Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Beauty Authority. I'm Tatiana Bido, Director of Aesthetic Content. Today, I'm joined by Amy Liu, founder and CEO of Tower 28. After nearly 2 decades working behind some of beauty's biggest brands, Amy launched Tower 28 and helped put sensitive skin on the map. Hi, Amy. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me, Tatiana.
Thank you for coming on. This is one of my favorite topics because I am always saying I have reactive skin, I have sensitive skin, and I feel like you're the queen of sensitive skin. So I'm so glad you're able to join us.
I mean, I've lived it, so I know it well.
Okay, before you founded Tower 28, you spent nearly 2 decades helping build some of beauty's biggest brands. What gap in the market led to you starting Tower 28?
I mean, the truth is, I felt like there were brands out there that did pieces of what I wanted. So I could find brands that were clean. You could always find certainly skincare that was safe for sensitive skin, but I didn't feel like there was anything that gave me clean, safe for sensitive skin and high performance.
Yeah.
And then I think there's this other part of it, which is what I really wanted was, I think what everybody wants with beauty is this other kind of more, it's like the fun. It's the
Yeah.
aspiration. It is the part of beauty that makes you feel like you get to be part of a world. And that was something that I felt really relegated. As somebody with sensitive skin, I felt really frustrated when I went to go to the dermatologist or any doctor and they would say like, oh, just use like Cetaphil. Not that there's anything wrong with Cetaphil, but it's
Right.
just so boring. I don't know if that's okay
Well,
to say.
I love too that Tower 28 puts me in a time and a place in a West Coast kind of vibe. And I'm a East Coast girl, but it does make it more fun and cool. And we're even seeing the younger generation gravitating towards skincare so much now. So you're so right. It does make it feel like it takes it out of that clinical kind of realm.
I think that I've worked in beauty for so long, and I think so much of what we as what consumers want, what I wanted was, to pull something out of your bag that is like something that other people would also want, and you would feel
Yeah.
to carry it.
Totally. When you launched Tower 28, sensitive skin wasn't this industry wide conversation like it is today. What were you seeing then that others weren't?
I think it's less that I was seeing something. I think it was more that I was living something. So for
Mm.
me, sensitive skin is not just something that I kind of cure and then I go back to my regular life. And I think you saw that happening in food too, right? So people aren't like gluten free for a minute and then they go back to their regular diet. Most people who try to be gluten free try to be that way as a lifestyle. And that's what I really felt like was true for me, for my sensitive skin, was once you have eczema, rosacea, any of these kind of chronic illnesses or diseases, like once you have it, you kind of always have it. Again, it's chronic,
Yeah.
right? And so if that's the case, then your lifestyle needs to also adapt to that because it could always come back. And so for me, I really wanted to have this way of life being, again, clean and safe for sensitive skin. Like we are the only beauty brand that is 100% compliant with the National Eczema Association. And then we
Yes.
added rosacea and psoriasis. Like those to me are almost like a way of life as opposed to a fad.
It's so true because you have to think about how you treat your skin. If you're going to get a treatment or a facial, just sometimes
Yeah.
a simple facial will completely wreck my skin for weeks.
I mean,
And
I had points in my life where I couldn't put water on my face because it would hurt so
yeah,
much. Right. So there's no way I was going to go to a facial and put like exfoliants and, you know what I mean?
right.
Chemical peels and everything like that. Um, so yeah, I think it was something that I was just really mindful of as somebody who has that lived experience.
Yeah, it makes you fearful to try new things, or when someone's like, "Oh, this vitamin C serum
Oh
is
my
like
God.
the best thing ever." It just really makes you take a second before you put anything on your skin.
I think it makes you not only fearful, but there's something when you have sensitive skin where you actually feel so betrayed by your own skin and you worry so much that you can't count on it, right? So
Right.
you make plans, say like you make plans to go on a date or like go to a wedding or whatever it is, or you have like I know for me, so much of it was like as somebody working in the beauty industry, I was doing market week meetings and having to show the next season's, best selling skin perfector. I felt so self-conscious of the fact that I just couldn't count on my own skin. I didn't know if my own skin would be flaring. And I literally found myself taking, honestly, steroids in advance of when I needed them just to try to have a little more assurance that I could count on my skin.
Wow. Well, you've built a wonderful catalog of products that we can use now. And I feel like a lot more people are talking about sensitive skin or even recognizing that they have, these issues or concerns. Do you think that comes down to people just being much more educated about inflammation
Yeah.
or protecting the skin barrier? Or do you think that's, something's happening out there?
They say that pre-COVID, what I had always heard was that 50% of people have sensitive skin. Post-COVID, I think that number is much closer to 75%. And if you talk to like Sephora about it, since we're so, close to Sephora, they say that the people, certainly the beauty consumer within the walls of Sephora, very many people believe that they have sensitive skin. I think it's like the same way we're all more careful about the way that we eat and what we eat, and we're just more careful around, we just know more than we ever
Right.
have before. And listen, there's a lot of fake news out there too, and there's fads and like everything else, and everything is, I think, within reason. But
Yeah.
I do think that there has been this explosion of awareness around sensitive skin, and there's still not one source of truth when it comes to a lot of things. And so the consumer is trying to figure out how to navigate what they put on their face, what they use on their skin, all of these topically, internally, all these things. So I
Yeah.
think we're looking for product philosophies that they can rely on and that they can believe in.
And we all have so much more access and so many more products in our routine, right? Or things are becoming more popular at a faster pace. I think everyone's a beauty editor now. It used to just be like this small group of people, and we all have compromised skin barriers and trying everything, once a week. But now I feel like that's kind of how consumers are today. We're all trying everything because we all want to see what the next thing's going to be. Nobody wants to miss the bandwagon.
No. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So I wonder too if it's like, are we all just doing a little too much?
100%. Like I just got back from Korea not too long ago, like a couple months ago, and I was seeing in have you been to Korea?
Not yet, but it's on my bucket list.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like on everybody's list right now, right? And I feel
Yeah.
like you're seeing like girls trips go there, and there's so many kind of versions of Korea right now. But I think the thing that I noticed was just how common all the procedures are, whether you're talking about lasers
Right.
or peels or even surgery, right? All of that is so much more common. And so we are doing more. Like if you look at like lasers, right? Even in America, the amount of lasers and med spas and access that
Hmm.
has happened in not just in the country, but in the world.
Yeah.
And one would argue something like laser is faking injury to the skin, which is literally injuring the skin. And
Right.
then are we surprised that after we do these things, we don't fully give ourselves into actually like recover? You know what
Right.
I mean? Like the recovery is pretty important.
We talked about third party validation and organizations like the National Eczema Association and the National Rosacea Society. How important is third party validation for consumers?
I mean, listen, I am not an expert in these things. I'm not a toxicologist. I'm not an allergist. I'm not a dermatologist. I mean, I know a lot about my own experience, and I've
Right.
certainly seen all of those doctors. But I think one thing that really frustrated me as a consumer was there were brands, there have been brands that have demonized certain ingredients or certain, like their product philosophy was based on, I don't know, their own beliefs. And
Right.
for me, I kind of just feel like we're living in a world that is like there's so much debate around anything. It's hard to know when to believe someone. And
Right.
I just really believe in deferring to experts. Like, I don't know why you should believe me if I say that like silicones are bad for you. Because why? Because I read it on or I watched a TikTok. Like, why would I?
Right.
Like, I would way rather have an opinion as a and then go validate it. So I really do use and I was using the National Eczema Association to figure out, like, for myself, what kind of soap should I use? What kind of detergent should I use? And then The thing that I really liked about it was, and maybe you already know this, Tatiana, but there are a lot of certifications that you can get out there in the world that are really nothing but like a contract. You just sign it and say,
Right.
like, I promise I won't test on animals
Right.
or whatever it is. And I really liked the fact that even as a consumer, I was trying to understand how you get the seal of acceptance from the National Eczema Association. And it's really not easy. It is a combination of you have to avoid ingredients, everything that might be sensitive or sensitizing. Then test third party. So you have to third party test and get validation that it really will not irritate skin. And you're not doing it on regular skin. You're doing it on people who have sensitive skin, rosacea, et cetera. And then they send it out to their panel, including allergists, toxicologists, dermatologists, with the product, and they're trying the product, they're looking at the testing, and they're making sure that you avoided the ingredients. I honestly don't know any other certification that requires that. And
Right.
it was, even though that it adds cost, complexity, and time to my process, but as a consumer, that's really what I wanted. I wanted someone to do that work for me so that I knew that my skin wouldn't break out when I used the product.
Well, Tower 28 helped bring hypochlorous acid into the mainstream and now it has blown up. What made you invest in that ingredient early on?
I mean, honestly, it worked for me. And I think it's something where I had tried and have tried everything under the sun. I've tried every kind of a diet. I've tried every kind of a steroid. I've tried, I was willing to do anything, frankly. I've tried everything. And so I would have honestly tried anything that would have helped me. And when I tried hypochlorous acid for the first time, it did help my body because I used to get eczema not only on my face, but also on my body. And it helped my body, but it didn't help my face. And to me, like the part I care about more honestly is my face.
Right.
And so I went and I found a chemist and I was like, okay, what's going on here? Like, I love the idea of hypochlorous acid. It's 100% natural. It is antibacterial. It is anti-inflammatory. It is super gentle. Your body makes it, so your body knows what to do with it. But I was like, what's going on? Like, why hasn't this been commercialized? What's wrong? Like, is this a real thing? And basically, what I learned from the chemist is like the reason it hasn't been commercialized is because it's actually very difficult to keep it stable. And so this chemist had worked on stabilizing it for a period of like 8 years at that point. So it's now been, think of it now as like, 16 years, 17
Wow.
years. Right. So it's been a really long time that he's been, and we're still working with the same chemist. And so we worked with him and we got it to work for your face. And we were the first people, and to my knowledge, the only people who really developed this for facial use primarily. And that was really the aha moment. It was like, oh, wow, can I get this to work? And then when it started working for me, we got like 100 little bottles and I sent it out to honestly like a bunch of friends and like friends of my interns as well. And that was really the thing that changed things was when we started hearing from the community, like people were trying and they're like, oh my God, it like changed my acne. Oh, it helped my sunburn. It helped my piercing. Like we just told people to use it on anything that they might want to be anti-inflammatory, antibacterial.
What is one myth out there that you see a lot of that you wish people would just stop spreading?
I mean, honestly, there are so many dupes out there. I think that one of the myths I wish people understood is that these are all the same. They are not all tested. They are not
Right.
all, like, I mean, I don't want to speak ill of anybody else's product, but I can tell you about my own. And I know that we have spent so much time and money. Like we're the only ones that have psoriasis, rosacea, and eczema seals on it. It has been clinically proven. We have tested the pH. We have maintained that level. And so it's like saying olive oil is all the same. It's a very similar conversation where there are olive oil, you can taste the difference in an olive oil that is like, I don't know, overheated, right? And kind of a
Yeah.
cheaper olive oil or like it's like anything else, right? It's not all the same.
What is on the horizon for Tower 2028? What can we expect?
Well, I think maybe but we've been teasing that we're just about to launch our new foundation, which is a really
Ooh,
big
so
deal.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, as you can imagine, foundation is it's a beast. It's like 36 shades. It is our first super totally global launch. So for the first time ever, we're launching in Mecca, in the UK, in Canada, in the Middle East, everywhere at the same time. The opening order for this product is like bigger than anything we've ever done before because it's 36 shades and we're in the most distribution we've ever been. So it's really exciting. But the thing that actually excites me the most about it is, I mean, to answer your question, this is literally the product that I was looking for. This is the reason why I started the company. I really wanted to cover up my face and make my skin look better immediately. Like I wanted something that would make my skin look good. But then I was so worried that I was putting something on my face that would make my skin worse. Like if you go to any doctor, any doctor, they will tell you just don't wear makeup, right? Like it's going to make your skin worse. And all I wanted to do was wear makeup, right? Because you just want to cover up the redness, you want to cover up the texture, you want it to just all look even. And so this product is really like a love letter to the community. It is the product that I wish I had when I was going through this at its peak. It's 82% skincare and it is literally foundation that won't break you out. So we've just done everything in terms of like the avoiding, the testing, putting the ingredients in there that are good for you. It has a high concentration of glycerin in it, which is just again like brings in that kind of humectant to the skin. And it's just a high performance formula too. So I've never worn foundation until this, not regularly. And in the testing of it, I like literally bought every single foundation at Sephora and I went through every day. I would wear ours on one half as we were testing and we were trying to decide if we should approve the formula. I was using one half on my face of ours and one half a competitor's. And I did that like every day I was trying to understand like what is performance like for a foundation. There wasn't one foundation that met all of my needs, right? Like it would look great, but it would have silicones and oil and ingredients in there that could be ingredients that would break out somebody with acne. I don't really suffer from acne, but we have a customer that has acne. And
Yeah.
so like those are things that I try to think about, not just myself, but like the broader umbrella of sensitive skin. It's also a $36 price point. And like, I
Love
don't know if
it.
you looked at the price of foundation these days, but it's like,
Way up
wow,
there now, like 60, 75. I mean, and I feel like those are
it's
the lower
wild.
numbers. Yeah.
No, it's like, it's wild. And like, we, we've been seeing people, we started preceding the product to creators and I've been watching the content and people are literally like, this is like a dupe for insert expensive product. And
Yeah.
it makes me so happy because one of the things I really also set out to do was I really wanted to democratize product. I wanted it to be like, I don't know, I sort of feel like the conversation historically has been like, why is it only wealthy people get to eat healthy? And I think the same is true for product makeup. Like, why is it that the things that are more clean or safe for sensitive skin or have been really tested, why is that something that is only for someone really wealthy? So,
Yeah.
goal has always been like, how do I make a product that is still at Sephora, that still gives you the experience, the world building, everything that you want to walk out when you're carrying the little black and white bag, but then also to be able to do it at an entry level prestige price point. So that's really what the goal is. And I really think that this product does that.
Well, we can't wait to try it out. We're huge fans of the concealer and just about everything in your line. So this is going to be amazing. And thanks for sharing the news with us. When can we expect it in stores?
It is 8/19. It will be on the Sephora app exclusively. 8/20. It will be on the Sephora.com. And then 8/24. It will be everywhere.
Well, we are rushing to add it to cart. I'm going to add it to cart. Thank you so much for coming on, Amy, and talking sensitive skin with us. We can't wait to try the
Thank
new
you.
foundation and add it to your cult classic lineup.
Oh,
Thank you so
thanks for
much.
having me.
Thank you.